Hey folks, Roland Martin here. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. You know, a lot of people ask about what's my favorite lure for really catching big fish. And the last 2 years, I've kind of gone to the swim bait. I'm taking this hardtail 4.5-inch scrub, and I'm using different colors. I'm using the, this happens to be watermelon red with red flake, but I use the green pumpkin, I use pearl, I use all kind of different colors. But hey, let me just show you how I rig it up first of all. Okay, I take this screw lock hook, and it's got a little screw lock, and I push the bait onto the spring, and I just twist it right on there and screw it right on. Okay, just keep going like this, keep going like this. And when I finally get it right, I take the big 7/0 hook. It's got a little 1/8 of an ounce weight on there, okay? And then I bury it into the plastic. And also, in addition to that, I have another little weight right on the front here. And this little weight is an 1/8 of an ounce tungsten weight. Okay, so that's how I rig it up. Now, in addition to that, since I'm talking about big fish and heavy cover, and I'm fishing places like Okeechobee and the Everglades and all sorts of other places that have a heavy weed cover, I'm taking 65-pound braid. Now, if you're not fishing open water, let me just preface that. If you just fish nice, big, open, clean water, you can get by with much lighter braid. I recommend braid because it sets the hook so well. Even 10, 15, 20-pound braid will probably do the job in completely open water. We're not dealing with open water. We're dealing with heavy cover, lily pads, and all sorts of reeds and every kind of thing. So I use 65-pound braid. It's kind of like a frog deal. All the good frog fishermen that use the heavy cover system in the heavy cover, they all use 65-pound braid. Okay. Now, that being said, I got a big stout rod. This is kind of a flipping stick. This is the Emperor series, 7.3 heavy action, set up with this 8-to-1 reel. It's a soulless reel. It's all set up with a big handle. This is a power deal. Also, look at this. This is the cushion button on the back. I can put it in my stomach, really winch them out of those heavy weeds. Okay, let's get started. Let's take you down to the Everglades. Let's take you into a canoe situation where I catch a 9-pound bass. You're talking about a big one? Look at this guy. Where is it? Right here. Huge swimbait bass from a canoe. Look at that. Okay, well, they're hitting. I tell you, Kevin's using a swim jig with a little Yamamoto trailer, and I'm using a swim bait, which is a hardtail grub. It's very similar, except this is not a jig. That's just like a kind of a worm setup. Okay, let's see. Get out there. Try to see what happens. Oh, one hit it. Had a strike. I got him. Oh, it's on. Man, I got him. Oh, he's in the hydro. Oh, son. He's in the hydro. He's in the hydro. Oh, man, I got a good one. Hey, Kevin. Hey, run this camera. Just hold this camera. He's in the hydro. Let me get the big fish. Big fish. I think it's a big fish. Oh, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy.
Oh my God, he's a giant. Look at him.
Oh, son.
Oh my God, Roland, are you kidding? Oh my
It's the biggest
God.
one I've caught over here.
Look at that.
Kevin, I don't know how big that thing is.
Oh, that's got to be 10. That's got to be 10.
That thing is gigantic.
Oh my God, look at it.
Look at this thing, look at this thing. Yeah, I tell you what I do. I have a scale. Look at this thing. Okay, we'll weigh it. Oh, look at this guy. Look at that, 9.39. It's like the biggest fish I've caught this year. 9.39. 9.39. What a bass. I tell you what, folks, I gotta take a picture of that. Okay, Kevin's gonna take a picture. I'm gonna hold it up here and I'm gonna let him take the picture. Okay, Kevin. Take the picture. That's a big son of a gun, son.
That's
Woo! Folks, that is a giant. Almost 10 pounds. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go. Okay, there he goes. He's going off. He's swimming off. He's swimming off. He's swimming off. Oh, what a fish. What a fish! You know, with this pandemic going around, I've spent a lot of time in small boats. I've probably spent as much time in a canoe or a little flat bottom aluminum boat as I have in my big bass boat. So again, I'm going to take you to a nice little place. I'm going to take you swim bait fishing out of a canoe again. And it's canoe bassing with swim baits, and I'm going to use a sinker or two in the backup. Some big bass on swim baits. Nice long cast. Remember, I'm going to drop it down to them when they hit it, kind of like a worm. I'm going to drop it like that and set the hook. There's one. See how I dropped back to him? I dropped into him, hit him hard, hit him hard, hit him hard. He's not real big, but I did the right kind of strike. Set the hook on him good. That's the main thing. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. They're biting. The fish are biting. Okay, boys. Swim bait fish. Swim bait time. Swim bait time. Oh yeah, yes sir. Nice swim bait. Nice swim bait fish. Nice swim bait fish. Another big old 4, 5, or 6 pounder. Wow, son. Good quality fish. Good quality fish. That's a beautiful fish. And big mouth bass, bigger than your fist. Darn. That's what it's all about. Say a 5-pound fish. That's really, really nice. Okay, now again, I'm using this swim bait, and it's when they first take it. Let me just explain something to you. When they first hit this thing, I'm throwing it out. When they first hit it, I feel tap. I go down, and that's why I got this big cushion on there. I can really set the hook with that cushion. So I kind of keep a rod at a little bit of an angle, about a 45 degree, and it really enables me to give a good kind of forward motion, and really get the hook set going good. Okay, finally I'm going to take you down to the Everglades in my 1542 car topper boat. It's a little boat I put in the back of my pickup truck, and I slide it down the bank. I have a little trolling motor on it. It's really a nice little boat, and again, swim bait fishing in the Everglades. Yeah. Okay. Swim bait fish, swim bait time. Swim bait time. We're talking about swim bait fish. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the ABCs of swim baiting. Power fishing style, Roland Martin style. We're down deep in the Everglades, and we're using some different kinds of swim baits. One of the kinds of swim baits that I'm using right now is called the Yamamoto hardtail grub. Let me get one and put it on for you. There's a big one. There's the big one. Big one. Big one. Big one. Yes, sir. Big one there, son. That's what we're talking about. We take a picture of him. Take a picture of him. That's what we're come down the Everglades for. Right there, boys. That's what we come down the Everglades for. Fish like this. Yes, sir. That's what we come down the Everglades for. Swim bait time. Well, I've shown you a few things today, and I'm going to weigh this one, because I think he'll weigh over 5 pounds. 5.6. 5.6. Well, let me let this one go. 5.5 pounder. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Well, folks, you can see that when the sun's out, the Cinco is really the deal. When it's not out and there's cloud cover and a little wind, hey, these big old bass, 3, 4, and 5 pound fish, are biting a swim bait. Well, folks, you can see that of all the fishing I do in a year, I catch a great number of really quality fish on this swim bait. And there's a lot of different kinds of swim baits. This just happens to be a very nice one because it's the 4.5 hardtail by Yamamoto. It's heavy, it's wide, it casts well, it just catches a lot of fish. Hey, listen, folks, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Hey, hit that like button. That like button's a big deal for me. So we'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching.